everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Hermione and today I'm going to be sharing some self-isolation DIYs that I think you can do using items that you might have lying around your house or waiting to be recycled, which is part of the reason I have a giant piece of cardboard right here that I saved from the recycle bin. So I'm going to show you what I have piled up on my bed and explain the DIYs that we're going to try and make with these. Welcome to my bedroom, which is where I'm going to be crafting today. I probably shouldn't craft on my bed, but that's what we're going to do. So one of the projects I'm most excited about today is going to be using this massive piece of cardboard. And the project that I'm going to make, you can make any size that you want, but I want to make mine quite big. So that's why I have this really large piece. I'm going to use string in a lot of these projects, and string is something that you probably got lying around. It doesn't matter what kind of string it is. You could use wool or twine. I'm using macrame cord because that's what I've got loads of right now. I also save any kind of interesting cardboard container from the recycling bin. I love these round ones, so I thought I could make something out of this one for sure. Let's see if we can do something with those. And then the last thing that I'm using that I think you should have lying around the house is an old pillowcase or cushion cover of any kind. This one was an old DIY project. I took the tassels off and I'm gonna try and make it new. So let's get started. So for my first project, I'm using this cushion cover and some of this macrame thread, and I'm going to braid the thread and create a pattern on my cushion. I'm going to take my pencil and just sketch a design and see how it turns out. Okay, we're done with the first braid. I've laid it down where I want it to go, and now I'm just going to sew it in place. And then when that's done, I'm going to cut the ends here and I'm going to fray them so we have nice little fringe bits on the ends. One down, 9 to go. I'm going to do the rest of these while I'm watching Netflix later, so I'll catch up with you when it's looking a little bit closer to being done. Update on the pillowcase. It's going quite well at the moment. I think it looks really nice with the double lines of plaits. I just need to do one more long line here, and I've also sketched in a bump here. So I'm going to finish that up tonight and fray all the edges and show you tomorrow. For my next project, I'm going to attempt to make a wall hanging with this massive piece of cardboard. So first I'm going to draw my shape, which is why I've got all of these bits here, because I need some circular shapes so that I can trace them onto the cardboard. To determine how wide the piece is going to be, I'm using this dowel because this is what it's going to hang on. You can use a piece of driftwood or a stick from the garden or some bamboo or anything you can find lying around. So as you can see, it's going to be quite wide, so I think this is my best bet. And essentially I'm going to be creating two U shapes and I'm going to stack them together. So that will be the outside one. I think that might be too small, but we're going to try that for the inside. Let's trace this one first and I'll show you what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see what I've done here, but I've created a U shape, which you'll see better when I've cut it out. But I'm going to cut two of these out and then spray paint them, and then I'm going to decorate them. I hate cutting cardboard so much. Okay, so now we have 2 of these shapes and I'm going to take them downstairs and spray paint them white. I'm just going to use a white primer on this. It doesn't really matter if it's perfect or not. You just want to make sure that none of the brown color of the cardboard is showing. So now you should have something that looks a little bit like this. I ran out of spray paint halfway through, so they're a bit patchy. But all we want to do is get them white enough so that it covers the cardboard colour as much as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect. My next step is going to take ages, but I'm now going to cover each of these in string and I'm going to make the rows going this way all around twice. I'm going to use hot glue for this and I'm also going to bring these down a bit so there's tassels coming off the top and the bottom. Hello, I'm on my 5th string and it's been 10 minutes, so it's going painfully slowly. I have a feeling this one might take me all night. I am a little bit concerned that it's starting to look like an after-school project that I'm doing, but we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that it will turn out okay. I'm going to take this onto the floor because I don't love having hot glue near my bed. I just wanted to be able to show you what I was doing. We have an update on my strange tassel rainbow thingy that I'm making. It was about 1 inch wider, but it's actually very heavy. So I ended up trimming around the edge and I'm going to do the same with the other one. And because it's now going to be a bit narrower, the other one I just cut a few inches off the top so we've got a slightly different shape. And when I get to about 1 inch around the edge, I'll trim around the string. There are 38 strings across on this, so I'm going to do the same on this one. And then attach them together in this shape. So I'll get back to you when I finished the second one. So it's the next day now and I've finished both of the shapes. I can't lie to you, it did take me 2 hours per shape, so a grand total of 4 hours. And I also wrapped rope around the edges on the inside and the outside so you can't see the cardboard on the rim of them as well. So I'm going to attach the top piece to the dowel by flipping it over, pulling the strings over and then hot gluing them in place, making sure it's nice and secure because this is going to become quite heavy. And then using a little piece of cardboard, I'm going to join the 2 pieces together on the back. I'm going to fix this with hot glue. There is not a huge amount of space where the 2 shapes touch, so I had to make this quite thin, but I think it should hold with enough hot glue. And last but not least, we have my truffle box. And take the lid off, take this downstairs and spray paint it first. This is the spray paint I'm going to use. It's kind of like a stone wash paint and it gives it a really nice, interesting texture. So my pot turned out really nice. I think it looks quite natural with the stone effect. I was going to turn this into a hanging planter, but I feel like I've done that so many times, so I had a little bit of a change of thought. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to measure the inside rim with a tape measure, and then I'm going to take these wooden dowels that I have lying around in my craft supply. They look like these and they're already pre-cut, which is really handy, but if you don't have any of these lying around, which you probably won't, you can use barbecue skewers. I just don't have any of those at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue them onto the inside of the tub at maybe like 1 centimeter intervals and see what I can create. So that's everything for today's projects. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it inspired you to have a look around in your cupboards and your recycle bin to see what you might have lying around and to see if you can get creative with it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting and I'll see you next time. Bye.